Hello students, welcome back for Career Ki Baatein, the most informative career guidance by StudyHub. Do follow YouTube channel @StudyHub Connect. The career guidance has been given by myself. I'm Aman Bhatia and will be guiding you through how to choose right stream for 11th and 12th. So in the last session we did explore some part of the career guidance and we did self-exploration. Now today I'll be introducing you to the commerce, science and humanities guys. So come on, without any further ado, let us just begin with the career guidance seminar 2025. Well, the series is Lakshya series, aim to the right future, right career. Okay, so as I said, that today's session is more of introduction to the various streams like commerce, science and humanities or arts. So one by one we will go through each and every stream and we will try to analyze what is the requirement of that field, what kind of student should go for it, and what can you expect from that particular field. Okay, so here we go. So when we talk about the introduction to the various streams, the first one we take is commerce. So let us see what commerce has for us. Now what is this commerce field actually? What is the stream of commerce? So commerce is basically that field guys which deals with more of numbers. Okay, it deals with the trade, it deals with business, it deals with finance, it deals with the economics. Okay, and as I said, it primarily deals with numbers, the analyzing of data and understanding how the overall business operates. Well, this stream provides the academic knowledge and equips the student with the practical skills needed in the modern world. So I would say that commerce is the way how to live the life, right? What we need to do in day-to-day life, commerce is the stream which teaches us and makes us equipped with those kind of tools. So who should consider commerce? Which kind of students? Well, the students who are interested in finance and accounting, they are the first and the foremost group of people who should think commerce in 11th and 12th. So if you are enjoying working with the numbers and understanding the financial statements, data, then commerce is what the stream is good for you. Students who are interested in business and management, okay, and also the students who are interested in economics. So different type of economies, we analyzing that part, that aspect of day-to-day life. So these are the three categories of students who can aim for commerce. So I hope you understand that what does exactly commerce deals with and what kind of students are required for this particular stream. Now, if I talk about what are the core subjects of commerce, well, the core subjects include accountancy, which is nothing but the understanding of the financial statements, double entry, bookkeeping, auditing. It deals with economics, which is studying how the economies work, supply and demand, the market dynamics. It also deals with business studies, understanding the business operations, management principles, and marketing strategies. Also, the subject which is there in commerce is math. Or statistics, math 1, math 2, and which helps us in analyzing the data, understanding the financial models and making the right predictions. So basically there is another subject which you can go with commerce. If you don't want math or statistics, you can go with SP. Okay, now the question comes, is commerce easy or hard? Now this is one question which I keep getting time and again. So let me tell you, well, whether it is easy or hard, it completely depends upon you. It depends upon an individual, how that individual thinks, what are the strengths and interests. As I said, it is very important for us to explore ourselves before we can choose the right stream. So generally it is involving the theoretical as well as the practical skills, okay? And it also requires a little bit of analysis and interpersonal skills. So I would say that it completely depends upon your likes, whether you are fitting into this particular stream or not. Okay, if you find yourself fitting in the puzzle, then it's easy, and if it is not something what you like, then it is definitely going to be a hard cake for you. Okay, so this is what is commerce all about, guys. Okay, so today what we are doing is we are only understanding in a very short, say 10-12 minutes, we will understand all the three different streams. And then further in the next session, we are going to discuss about the career in commerce. Then we will discuss career in science, and then in the other slide or the session, we will cover up career in humanities. And the last one, we will do the market research and we'll conclude this seminar. So, well, these are the two different things of commerce, what the subjects are involved, what kind of students are needed to be like, to choose commerce. And what is commerce all about? Moving ahead, let us come to science. Now, when you talk about science, so what is science stream? Well, science is the field that deals in the fundamental laws of nature, including, say, motion, energy, forces, and matter, which we have been studying so far. Okay. It also focuses on the composition of matter, structure, properties, and reactions of matter. So how is it changing, and the reasons behind that. It also involves studying the living organisms and their interactions with the environment. It can be plants, it can be animals in the form of, different category, but this also involves studying all the living organisms. Also, it provides the foundation for quantitative reasoning and the problem solving skills in the scientific field. So basically, if I talk about science, it involves all about nature. Okay, science is more what we have around us ourselves. Okay, and commerce is the way of living the modern life, the day-to-day life. This is how I segregate in a very simple way what is science and what is commerce. Well, when we talk about who should consider science, so well, choosing the science stream in 11th and 12th is a very, very good choice according to me, because it opens the window to pursue your career in any field after 12th, if something happens wrong. But yeah, it gives you the ability to switch and pursue higher studies in any of the streams. So that is one aspect of it, but otherwise it is a great choice if you are more keen, more inclined towards a field like medicine, engineering, technology, research, because it provides a strong foundation, guys, in the STEM disciplines, okay, and open the doors to diverse careers. Now, if I talk about the STEM disciplines, STEM basically stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So encompassing these subjects and fields that focus on these areas and their interconnectedness, because when we talk on a higher level, you will find physics is everywhere. Chemistry will feel that chemistry is everywhere. Okay, chemistry and biology interconnected. Math and physics is very much interconnected. So, it is involved and interconnected throughout. So STEM disciplines are very, very great choice to build up the strong foundation. Okay, and it improves your critical thinking, problem solving, analytical skills, and also make you innovative. So I would say that science is overall a very, very great stream to choose for 11th and 12th. I gave you two aspects. One is the STEM disciplines, another, it gives you the aspect of switching to any other field for your higher education. Well, if I talk about what are the subjects in science stream, so primarily apart from the languages and the computer science, the core subjects are physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology. Biology further in botany and zoology both. So, well, if I talk about physics, it deals with the structure of atom and the interaction between the fundamental constituents of the observable universe. It talks about anything and everything happening around us, and it tries to explain you that why are the things like the way they are. So there we are actually studying nature. We are not really making things out of ourselves. Okay, we observe and we see the regularity, and then we do some experimentation and prove it with that analysis and make a law that what nature has given to us. Okay, so we are not creating stuff, we are observing what nature has given to us, and we are making the laws and the definitions from that observations. It involves mathematics to a very great extent to give the quantum of what is happening around us. Okay, otherwise it also has the theoretical explanations to every bits and pieces. So if you talk about physics, it already, if you understand, it comes from the Greek word as mentioned there, physicos, which means natural, of something pertaining to nature. So physics is nothing but the study of nature. Now if I talk about chemistry, the chemistry word is derived from the word alchemy, which means the study, and it means basically the transformation, the study of the transformation of matter. So this is how the chemistry helps us to understand the environment around us, the air we breathe and the food we eat, and to develop the solutions to the real world problems. So of course chemistry is also a very, very important subject and the discipline, okay, in science stream. Moving ahead, biology, as I said, it is from the bios, meaning life. So we study life basically, and logos means the study. So study of life in any form. It can be plant life, it can be animal life in the form of botany or zoology. Okay, so we call it as a biology in 11th and 12th. So it involves the study of plants and animal kingdom precisely. When we come to mathematics, of course, as I said, mathematics is nothing but the language of physics. So mathematics is a very core field of science, especially the students who are looking forward for engineering or technological advancements in the higher grades. Okay, so mathematics here is coming from the Greek word means learned. Okay, that which is learned. So of course it is a skill. So you have to learn mathematics. Okay, so you get to know, you practice, you solve. It's harder side of it. Okay, but once your grip is strong, trust me, math is the only subject which remains with you throughout your life in terms of the development of your skill, because it is the subject which improves your intellect. It is the only subject which will improve your intellectual skills. And physics can be the same in our day-to-day life. Okay, practical, the ideal system environment we don't get. Biology, chemistry, one side, but math remains as it is. The skill of problem solving, okay, and how to approach to a solution. Okay, it improves that part of you. Okay, which is very, very, very important, guys. So it deals with numbers again. Math is all about number game and quantity, shape, and the relationship, etc., etc. So this is what is all science about. Now there are some things like so you may ask, what are the benefits of science? Okay, so when we talk about the benefits of choosing, I would say it gives you the strong foundation, as I said earlier, in the STEM disciplines. It gives you the diversified career opportunities. It enhances your skills. It enhances your knowledge. Last but not the least, contribution to the society and the global challenges. I think if you are someone who is willing to give back to the society, being a doctor, being an engineer, an architect. So it helps you to give back to the society and to improve the society overall. If you really wish to, you can really bring change. So I think these are the benefits of being associated with the science stream. And nothing but the least what you can do is you should go for science stream in 11th and 12th, learn all these things, and then see, especially for SSC students who don't have much background about the commercial subjects, you can give 2 years more to yourself to understand whether you are good with science or whether you really need to switch to another part of it like commerce or humanities, etc. Now, one more common thing, that why science is perceived as hard. So, well, science is very vast. And doctor, when we say becoming a doctor or engineer, giving back to the society, these are not something which is normal. So something which is not normal, of course, you also have to do something more to achieve those things, because it's not ordinary thing. So to be extraordinary, you need to take the steps also which are extraordinary, guys, right? So why it is perceived, I'm saying it is not hard, but it is perceived as hard. Now why it is like that? Because it goes in the depth of all the subjects. So the conceptual depth is there. What else is there? The problem solving skills are needed. Okay, math foundation is a must. So if you're not good with mathematics, science sometimes becomes very hard for you, because even if you drop mathematics, chemistry, the physical chemistry part requires some bit of it, but physics is really something which requires good understanding and foundation of mathematics. It also requires the time commitment. So you can just not take science and relax. You need to focus, you need to give your time, and you need to be committed with the subjects. Okay, and of course it involves a higher level of thinking. However, we need to understand that the difficulty level of any stream, as I said, okay, can vary depending upon the individual strength. I have kept on repeating that. अगर आप weak हो तो आपको ज़्यादा difficult लगेगा, but अगर आप interested हो, आप मेहनत करना चाहते हो, तो शायद starting में थोड़ा difficult लगे, but then you pick it up. The whole story is that. So guys, it is very important for us that we don't just simply think that science is difficult. It is not so, okay? But yes, it requires some extraordinary steps to be taken. Compared to commerce, I would say science is a bit more challenging, but commerce has its own challenges if you're not the guy who is good with finance, financial statements, bookkeeping, which we call, okay, and too much of theoretical stuff like OC, all these things. So it completely depends on that. So this is an introduction what we are doing, with the different streams. So I hope you have understood about commerce as a subject and, as a stream, and science as a stream, and the subjects which are involved. Now coming to humanities or arts, and this is very interesting because a lot of students are more clear with commerce and science, but with humanities they are a little bit confused about sir kya hi hai aage future. So well, when you talk about the humanities or arts stream, the humanities are the academic disciplines that explore more of human culture, values, beliefs, expressions, encompassing areas like literature, history, philosophy, art, and languages, aiming to understand what it means to be a human. So from that perspective, it is as important as science and commerce, okay, but it requires a really in-depth understanding with the theoretical part of it, and of course your thinking abilities are to be good, okay. And as I said, that it talks about various parts, like political science talks about politics, it talks about religion, cultural studies, etc. So who should consider humanities or arts? Well, students who are focusing to develop critical thinking. As I said, critical thinking is very important, communication and the analytical skills, as well as a broader understanding of different cultures. If you are interested in different type of cultures, their perspectives, then the humanities is something which you would like and love to study, okay. Now students who want to explore the human experiences, including our thoughts, actions, or the creations, to gain the deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us, must consider humanities as the stream after 10th for 11th and 12th. Now please understand that it can be understood that arts or humanities is often considered less challenging than science and commerce. However, it can be very beneficial for the future growth and the career aspect, but it often involves a lot of struggle keeping the current demographics of the country. So I would say that if you're going with humanities and arts, you have to aim to the best and you have to give your best, because the scope of a settled career via humanities in general aspect is a little low as compared to commerce, and further way low as compared to science. So the current demographics of our country is that you get a lot of good job offers from science background, then commerce, and then it comes to humanities and arts. It can differ in certain fields. अब जैसे CA बनना है, completely different field. Becoming a CA is equivalent to or equally hard as becoming a doctor in science. Okay, so some fields are very diversified, but otherwise, if I talk in general, the demographics are science, commerce, and then humanities or arts. So guys, understand the subjects here also, because in humanities it is very important to take up the subject also properly. Now, so far in science and commerce, I've not even mentioned about languages. Of course, English, Hindi is going to be there. But when you talk about humanities, okay, you need to understand the benefits, what it gives you. Like we understood the benefits of taking science, but also it is more important for understanding the right subjects. So as I said, it gives you the versatile skill set. It has the career diversity, may involve a bit of a struggle, but of course it's gonna give you good if you are at a good stage. It focuses more on the social issues and adaptability. Okay, so these are some benefits of taking humanities. Now, when you talk about the subjects in arts stream, the subjects are ranging from humanities to social science, languages, history, political science, psychology, what not. Okay, but the core subjects, if you talk about here, let us go one by one. In humanities, okay, you get history, you get literature, you get philosophy, you get religious studies. Okay, when we talk about social sciences, you get political science, you get sociology, you get psychology, and you get economics along with geography. Languages, of course, English, Hindi, and there are other regional languages. Now, this is important. Why? Because if you are a humanities student or arts student, let us say you are an arts student and you want to do BA with a particular language. So, of course, selecting the right language from the beginning becomes very, very important for you. Now, apart from these major subjects, you also have some other subjects too. Okay, like, okay, other languages are done, foreign languages are done, but what next? The other subjects involve journalism and mass communication. So, like if you want to be a reporter or journalist, this is the course. Computer science, well, not the core. Okay, core to science के लिए, but फिर भी computer science दिया जाता है arts में, but it depends upon college or the sometimes board. It all depends on that. Fine arts, which includes subjects like painting, sculpture, music and drama, physical education. Okay, then you talk about the fashion studies, media studies, like mass media again, and mathematics. Of course, mathematics also is not the core subject, but we need to understand that while mathematics and computer science isn't the core mandatory subjects in the traditional arts stream, okay, which is also known as humanities, but they are more related to science stream. However, it can be taken as an optional subject in certain boards and some schools who are offering it. Now, it is important, especially if I talk about math. Taking math as an optional subject is very, very important, beneficial to students who are further interested in quantitative studies, reasoning, or who may want to pursue the fields like economics or statistics. So, because mathematics is required, like if you want to take admission for BA honors in economics, mathematics is a prerequisite. Okay, so that is how math is very, very important, guys. So, I hope you got a brief idea, about the stream of science, of commerce, and of humanities overall, what it is going to be like. Further, if you want to dig deep in any of the streams, some peculiar questions you have, feel free to get in touch, comment on the video, and I will try to answer it for you. Okay, and in general, these are the important things what I wanted to convey to you in terms of introducing you to the stream. See, I can't go very deep in the first session, otherwise you may be lost. Sir, इतना सारा है, but एक outline दिया है मैंने आपको इस video में, and I hope you have understood how are these streams going to help us in different aspects of life, और किस तरह का stream मेरे लिए अच्छा है. but ये तभी होगा जब हम self exploration करेंगे. Without having self exploration, okay, it is going to be a little difficult for you to take a call. So as I said, first thing was self exploration. Go through session number 1. लास्ट में exercise है, उसको देखो, फिर इन सारे streams को समझो. अब next जो 3 सेशन आएंगे उसमें एक एक करके हम थोड़ा सा डीपर जाएंगे in terms of the careers, कि हम साइंस में क्या करियर बना सकते हैं, हम कॉमर्स में क्या कर सकते हैं, और हम ह्यूमैनिटीज या आर्ट्स लेके अपना आगे करियर कैसे बना सकते हैं. तो 3 अलग अलग सेशन होंगे, एक साइंस का, एक कॉमर्स का और एक ह्यूमैनिटीज का. गाइस, सारे सेशन देखो. अगर तुम कंफ्यूज्ड हो कि क्या करना चाहिए, और अगर तुम क्लियर हो कि मुझे ये स्ट्रीम लेनी है, तो खाली उस स्ट्रीम का वीडियो देखो कि क्या करियर ऑप्शंस हैं हमारे पास 12th के बाद. विद दैट आई थिंक आई वुड say goodbye to you and thank you for listening out for the second session today. And I hope that I am able to make it a little more clear about what are we getting into. See, again, as I'm repeatedly saying that I am not taking a decision, but I'm giving you the tools, I'm making you understand how these sessions are involving with you, how we are explaining it to you, that what is the requirement as a student from you to take a particular stream. So guys, go through this video time and again, take the screenshots in detail. I have given some information, okay, which I was not really giving it out loud because of the time constraints also, as I want to keep these sessions quite simple and short. So with that, I'll see you in the next session, session number 3, involving the career in commerce. Take care until then, and keep following and share the video and subscribe to the channel, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.